Salomon Freeski TV, presented by Saab.
Hi, I'm Chris Davenport, guest hosting this week's episode of Salomon Freeski TV. Today we're high up in the Andes Mountains, getting ready for a 5,000-foot powder run down the legendary Super C Couloir to Portillo Resort. You know, it was 10 years ago this week that Mike Douglas and Steve Fearing dropped a proposal for a high-performance twin-tip ski on the doorstep of Salomon. A month later, the 1080 ski was born, and that ski changed the sport forever. Let's take a look at how it all went down.
Back in 1997, I was one of the coaches of the Canadian mogul team, and on my team were
G.F. Cousson, J.P. Auclair, Vincent Dorian,
Shane Zox.
Basically, on our days off from competing in moguls and training moguls, we would go out to the snowboard parks and try to do snowboard style tricks on skis.
We're just doing it because it was fun. There was no real logical reason. It was just what we were into.
At the time, the ski industry, it was going downhill fast. I mean, virtually anyone under 25 years old was going straight into snowboarding. Snowboarding had all this energy. We were skiers, and we were convinced that we could do the same kind of tricks on skis as the snowboarders, and we thought that not only could we do the same things that they were doing, but we thought that we could do them better.
and I think ski is awesome, and we can kick snowboard ass easily.
I always knew that what we were doing was going to be big and really cool.
The companies out there at that time were trying to come out with something totally different and wacky. So it was either like snowblades or these like super short skis, and it just didn't really make any sense at all. You know, like you couldn't go fast with these skis, you couldn't go big with these skis at all.
In the spring of '97, I got together with a friend of mine, Steve Fearing, who is the mogul coach for the Japanese ski team, and the guy said that Salomon was sort of looking for something new to help revive the ski industry in Japan. I said, we're doing all these crazy new moves on skis, and right now we're doing them on mogul skis, but if we had a specific twin-tip ski to do this stuff on, it would be pretty cool. For the next few months, we worked on a promo video that ended up being called Air Carving, because basically in 1997, the ski industry was totally sold on this new phenom of carving. And so in order to get the executives at the ski company's attention, we thought, look, we got to throw the word carving in there somehow. In making the video, we shot most of it at Whistler on the Glacier, and we also shot some down in Mount Hood, and pretty much everywhere we went, people were really excited about what we were doing. As the project went on and as we got further into it, we realized that we were really onto something here.
What we're looking for is a ski company that shares this vision and is willing to help us take this sport into the future.
So we sent the proposal out to probably 8 different ski companies, pretty much all the main brands that you hear about today. It was unbelievable. They were just saying, no, no, not gonna work, no, no, no. And you know, 2 months into the process, I was convinced that it wasn't gonna go anywhere. By November of 1997, Salomon finally came back to us with a yes. And it was a pretty exciting day for sure to see that this sort of dream we had was about to become a reality. First week of February 1998, JPJF and I were in Breckenridge, Colorado for a World Cup Mogul event. And right after the event, I took the boys over to Vail for the very first US Free Skiing Open. JP ended up winning the Big Air, JF won the slope style. Right after the event, we beelined it back to our hotel in Breckenridge, and there, sitting in the hotel lobby, was a box with the very first 1080 ski prototypes in it. And we opened that box, and I tell you, it was like Christmas, man. We couldn't believe it. We were so psyched for this yellow ski. We brought that ski back that night to the award ceremony in Vail, and JP held the ski above his head when he was on the podium, and everyone was just blown away like, oh my God, what is that ski? We've never seen anything like that. And that was really the beginning, the birth of the 1080. And from there, we took it back to Whistler and tested it.
The feeling, the sensation was so new, so unique. Being able to carve without sliding, being able to ride backward.
We were literally learning new tricks every day, and we were able to do a lot of the things that we'd only thought about, but now we had a ski to do it on.
that whole deal changed my life. Now it's 10 years later, and it seemed like a year went by. Like, it was really, really quick. And I was able to earn a living being a skier because of that whole deal, so definitely changed my life. Yeah, whenever I see pictures with the yellow skis, it makes me smile.
So much has changed in the sport of skiing, and a lot of that credit has to go to the new Canadian Air Force. Well, on the next episode of Salomon Freeski TV, we're going to take a look at the stories behind the photos of Salomon's new ad campaign. Cheers.